Bloomberg Audio Studios. Podcasts, radio, news.
The Stock Movers Report, your roundup of companies making moves in the stock market, harnessing the power of Bloomberg data.
We want to take a look at some of the stocks on the move today. So we're joined by Bloomberg News cross-asset reporter Vildana Heinrich. So Vildana, let's start with Apple shares.
So much stuff on the move today, but yeah, I'm looking at Apple, ticker AAPL. It's lower by about 3% today after it debuted its thinnest ever iPhone and new Pro versions with enhanced cameras and more battery life. And that was earlier this week. And the company really is betting that a flurry of smartphone innovation can hopefully entice shoppers this holiday season. But I think what a lot of people count on for their iPhones is long battery life, right?
Yes.
And the thinner version is sort of compromising.
My husband's
on
already
some
asking
of
for the upgrade. I'm
Right.
telling you.
I know. I've had mine for probably 4 or 5 years now. I probably need to
Time for an upgrade. Yeah.
So I'll have to check it out. But I like to wait a couple months to see sort of how things shake out, and then maybe sort of later this year I'll
I'm
get
the
another
same
one.
way. I actually had one with a button up until a couple months ago.
I missed those. Those are some of my favorites.
I
The
know.
home button. I
know.
hung on to that as long as I could as well.
too.
I know another one, of course, can't leave out Oracle. Walk us through the latest big moves here.
One of the really big stories
Right.
today, ticker ORCL, surging more than 30% at one point today, the most since 1992. I will say I was alive in 1992.
So was I.
And the company did give a very aggressive outlook for its cloud business. And it's an outlook that's cementing the software maker's place in the race to support demand for AI computing. And then thanks to this pop, another big story from today is that its co-founder, Larry Ellison, is now the world's richest person, surpassing Elon Musk's previous #1 spot for that
They've
race.
been so much news. The OpenAI thing. I mean,
Right.
it's just a lot surrounding Oracle.
Jam-packed.
I know.
Jam-packed Oracle-related news, and it's also driving higher a lot of other AI-centric
CoreWeave 2 is
stocks.
another one
Exactly.
that's been up double digits today as well, if you're looking at that
that's
stock.
a good point. Another big day for Klarna had a big day. They debuted.
Yes, ticker KLAR. I always love a good ticker. Jumping some 15% today in its opening trade with the company and some of its backers raising $1.37 billion in their IPO. And it's sort of signaling to the market that new listings potentially have room to run. That's been sort of a story for a couple of years now, in the post-pandemic world, like our IPOs doing well. And now we are seeing all of these crypto companies making plans to go public. And today you have Klarna doing quite well with its opening. The shares open at $52 each, above the IPO price of $40 a piece.
And you cover crypto as part of cross-asset pretty closely as well. What's the latest whenever you're speaking with your sources as far as how they're managing money and what kind of allocations they have to the crypto space?
To the crypto space, ETFs, it always comes back to ETFs, right? Because, and even the prior guest I heard him mention, Bitcoin ETFs, and that having been a really pivotal moment in the crypto ecosystem over the past couple of years. And so much money has flown towards those products. So these days, when you are seeing people allocate money towards crypto, a lot of times it is via Bitcoin ETFs in particular. But when it comes to the crypto companies going public, that is really an interesting story, because when we started reporting about any number of these firms making plans to go public this year, it still had been up in the air, like what will the market look like? Will the market allow it? And now we're really starting to see a lot of it come to fruition.
The Stock Movers Report from Bloomberg Radio. Check back with us throughout the day for the latest roundup of companies making news on Wall Street. And for the latest market-moving headlines, listen to Bloomberg Radio live. Catch us on YouTube, Bloomberg.com, and on Apple CarPlay and Android Auto with the Bloomberg Business app.